right now on 5 on your side at 10.
Tonight, businesses burned. Nothing but charred metal left behind. What may have started the fire?
Rain chances ramping up and temperatures heading down. The timeline on the big changes coming for the rest of the week.
And our top story tonight, eviction complete.
This was home and they took it away from us, and that's wrong.
Team coverage as the last homeless tent comes down outside City Hall. And some city residents are saying good riddance. Tonight, that homeless encampment outside of St. Louis City Hall is no more. Good evening. I'm Ann Allred.
And I'm Mike Bush. A mayor's spokesman says about 3 hours ago, the last tent was removed and dozens of people moved to shelters. We have live team coverage tonight. Brent Solomon talked to those glad to see the encampment go. But let's start with our Robert Townsend, who has reaction from those who called that place home.
Mike, tonight City Hall is finally tent-free. You can see back there all those colorful tents that once took over the grounds here are all gone. The city has now put up dozens of locked metal barricades all around City Hall. This sign says this park is closed for restoration. The clearing out of a controversial makeshift homeless encampment at St. Louis City Hall was an all-day event. Under the watchful eye of police, the city said the singles, couples, and families with pets had to go.
It was heartbreaking. I never thought I would be in this situation.
Gino McCoy says he and his wife were former business owners in Phoenix, but suddenly homeless and living here when they moved to St. Louis with their 3 dogs 3 weeks ago.
I just literally had to put my kids in foster care, you know, because I can't.
2 dogs?
Yeah, because I can't take them with me.
For more than a month, these people had been living in the tents on the lawn of City Hall, some right under the office of Mayor Tashara Jones. But the city decided to break up the encampment at 10:01 p.m. Monday by enforcing a curfew law that effectively closes parks in the city between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. unless a person has a permit.
You don't want to leave this?
I don't.
Seeing their tents broken down brought Gino McCoy to tears.
This is the only place where I can keep all my dogs and keep my wife there. This was home and they took it away from us, and that's wrong.
Many of them are going to other shelters and other locations where hopefully they could get the support that they need.
Nonprofits also showed up to help the nearly 40 homeless people transfer from tents to the city's federally funded Tiny Homes Transitional Village near Jefferson and Delmar. The city says another goal is to help them find jobs.
This is not leadership. This is not what leaders do.
Now, the mayor says, quote, the city took action to save lives and protect people. I talked to our spokesperson earlier tonight, and he tells me the encampment also was cleared out here without any problems whatsoever. Live downtown, Robert Townsend, 5 on your side.
Tonight, many people who live and work downtown are praising the city's efforts to clear out that encampment. They say having people camping at City Hall is not helpful for them or for the image of St. Louis. Brent Solomon joins us now with that part of our team coverage. Brent.
Well, people who live and work in this area tell me they just want to see downtown be the best that it can be. I've also been in touch with those who are advocating for the homeless, and they say they never wanted to be here in the first place.
This is where I choose to live, yep.
Tanner Tucker with the Downtown Neighborhood Association has watched as the homeless encampment at City Hall grew for weeks. He's heard people's reaction.
They're right under the mayor's door. You know, it's unsafe, it's unclean.
He understands the concerns, but also understands the need to get help for those who need it.
It's a challenge because these people are humans. They've obviously come on hard times.
Tuesday, the city cleared out the encampment. We were there as the tent started to dwindle, while city crews cleared leftover belongings.
It is a sanitation issue. You know, it's an issue for visitors around town and those that come into our city, bringing people back to the office, bringing conventions to town.
Later this week, Vice President Kamala Harris will be in St. Louis for a Democratic National Committee meeting. The mayor's office says that has nothing to do with their decision to clear the encampment. When we visited City Hall Tuesday, a homeless advocate was surprised by what someone brought over.
Moldy bread.
Someone just gave this to them to eat?
Yeah. This is not okay. Sometimes people think they care, but they don't. They don't pay attention to what they're giving out. And it makes the homeless angry. It makes the unhoused angry, basically.
Because they're probably thinking, would you eat this?
Yeah. And then they go and think that people are trying to kill them because they don't want them here.
He says the unhoused community was only here at City Hall in protest.
They don't want to be here. They don't want to be in shelters. They want to be in their own homes.
It's good it's being cleared so that they can get that help and be put hopefully into services that they'll accept.
Now, the city used more than $1 million in ARPA funds to build some 100 tiny homes for the unhoused. ARPA funds are also helping build some 900 affordable housing units. And right now, the city is seeking your input on what to do with RAM settlement money that's sitting in the bank. And
we are following breaking news right now out of Morgan State University, that is in Baltimore, Maryland. There is an active shooter situation right now near that college campus. Police have confirmed there are multiple victims. We're told this shooting happened at the Thurgood Marshall Apartments. That is part of student housing. We'll continue to update you.
We're also following breaking news tonight out of the University of Illinois. About 90 minutes ago, crews put out a 2-alarm fire at Memorial Stadium. Smoke could be seen pouring out of the 60,000-seat stadium on the campus in Champaign. No word yet on a cause or the extent of the damage. The football team is set to host Nebraska Friday night. Tonight, several businesses in Granite City are destroyed after a fire. Attached apartments were damaged by smoke. Now crews are trying to figure out how it started. The fire broke out overnight on Washington Avenue near 25th Street. 5 on your side's Laura Barczewski talked with some of the impacted tenants.
Dan Gosh is boarding up the space he leased on Washington Avenue after a fire ravaged the entire Granite City building early Tuesday morning.
Probably started around 1:40-ish or something, because about 2:20 I seen the smoke coming through on the camera, so I just called 911 and started flying over here.
He used the space to work on vehicles on his own time.
Yeah, mostly my own stuff. As I said, I got a little hot rod truck thing, and then I got my boat in there.
The fire touched nearly everything. A pet grooming business, upholstery shop, and even the apartments were evacuated until the fire was under control.
There's some tools and stuff that are probably good, hence why we're trying to board up and take some stuff out, but I definitely gave the boat a good number, so.
While Gosh used this garage space for his hobbies, this space here was Classy Clips, the pet grooming salon, someone's livelihood, and it's a total loss.
I mean, it sucks, but, for them, that's their actual work, full time. So I feel a little worse for them than myself.
That someone is Jason Hall's mom. She owns the pet grooming business and has been there for more than 45 years.
It's a part of our family at this point. I lived a part of life in this apartment building next door, so obviously it's devastating right now.
There are rumors the fire could have been intentionally set by a disgruntled former tenant. Officials have not confirmed those suspicions, but the people affected are hurting.
This is their livelihood. They don't have backup plans, and we're trying to figure out how we now move forward.
Reporting in Granite City, Laura Barczewski, 5 on your side.
A firefighter was taken to the hospital for a minor medical issue, and a neighbor says he lost his cat due to the smoke that filled his apartment. No other injuries were reported.
Developing tonight, an arrest has been made after a woman was shot inside of her Webster Groves home. Investigators say the suspect fired 4 shots into the home in the 300 block of Tuxedo Boulevard. This is around 9:30 last night. One of the bullets hit the woman in her arm, and she was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Police say they found a gun and several hundred rounds of ammunition on the suspect. Their name is being withheld until the St. Louis County prosecutor files charges. Tonight, Illinois State Police are asking for the public's help to identify a dark-colored SUV they say could be involved in Friday's deadly tanker truck crash in Effingham County. Police say the car was headed west on Highway 40 and spotted passing through the Spring Creek Road intersection around 8:30 Friday, shortly before this crash. They're asking people in Casey, Montrose, and Teutopolis to check the doorbell and surveillance video they may have access to. 5 people were killed in that crash after the tanker truck leaked thousands of gallons of anhydrous ammonia.
New tonight, a legal battle for a local Mexican restaurant chain. Mission Foods, a Texas-based manufacturer of tortillas and chips, is suing Mission Taco Joint for trademark infringement. The lawsuit claims St. Louis-based restaurant has no connection to the 60-year-old brand. Mission Taco Joint opened in 2013 and now has 8 restaurants. 5 are in the St. Louis area. The restaurant also operates a food truck and a stand at Busch Stadium.